Oluwale, the first things sports fan in Brazil think about when we talk about Nigeria is the 1996 Olympic. Do you know why I'm talking about that?
Soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, my country's, that my countrymen are excellent soccer players. We're excellent athletes overall, but we have a lot to learn when it comes to MMA, and I can't wait to be listed as one of the pioneers.
You were 11 when that happened. Do you recall that match at all?
Yeah, specifically for my dad. I remember my dad going crazy, and yeah, man, the whole Nigerian pretty much community in America during that time.
Canu became a big deal, especially that game because he scored two goals against Brazil. Did he become a big deal after he won the gold medal for Nigeria?
Oh, of course, yeah. He became a hero, and obviously Brazil is one of the best in soccer as well too. So that was like a heavyweight showdown, but in soccer, you know what I mean, in football. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that Canu is a big deal in Nigeria, but I saw that you actually consider yourself the Nigerian Goku. Another Dragon Ball guy, but why Goku?
Goku, Thor, and yeah, man, those are my favorite superheroes. But Goku's a pretty righteous cartoon character or character as a whole, and I feel like he's like me, very playful. But when it comes down to business, he gets fired up. And yeah, and not only that, he has different levels of his power, of his aura, of basically what he can bring to the fight game. And yeah, that's why I call myself that. I guess the Goku of MMA of Nigeria. Yeah.
You're fighting Borrachinha here in Brazil.
Yes.
Have you seen him already in the hotel?
Yeah, I saw him at the elevator. Yeah, and that was actually my first time seeing him today. So yeah, it's gonna be a good showdown. It's just because it's pretty much Brazil's, I guess, superhero versus Nigeria's superhero. So definitely tune in, fans. You're gonna want to watch this. Don't take your eyes off this one. It's gonna be awesome.
He's a big guy. He's a big, impressive guy. He told me that he likes to intimidate his opponents when he meets them before the fights. Did you feel intimidated when you met him?
I don't get intimidated because I fought bigger. Unfortunately, I fought better. So, and I know what I offer to this sport really isn't too much size, but speed and power, length. That's what I offer. So he better proceed with caution. And if he doesn't, and if he thinks that he can intimidate me, he's gonna find himself in trouble. But either way, whether he respects me or not, it's gonna go my way. It's gonna be my fight. It's gonna be my win.
He's getting a big push by the UFC here in Brazil, going from the prelims to pay-per-view and the main card in the pay-per-view after just one fight. Do you think he deserves all this hype around him?
Hey, every man deserves whatever they put the required work in, and at the end of the day, it's all about performance. So whether he can handle it or not, we'll see Saturday. But like I said, I'm in enemy territory, and I'm going to be 100% focused and ready to claim what's mine, which is the victory. I didn't come in to lose. I came in to win.
How do you plan on ending this fight Saturday?
So pretty much, I believe the fight is going to boil down to cardio, patience, strategy, and explosion. Depending on whether, or I got to be patient when I want to explode on him. But I know his is going to come. That's great, and mine is coming too. But it's all about when and where and who's smart enough to utilize that explosion at the right time to finish the fight. And I'm looking to finish the fight, so I'm going to be very strategical with my bombs.
One last question. Before you came to Brazil, where there was a lot of talk on Twitter after the UFC retreat in Las Vegas, and a lot of fighters complaining about Reebok, and you were one of the few ones who went on Twitter to defend Reebok. What is your stance on that? Did you get some heat from other fighters as well? What are your thoughts on this situation?
All right, so you probably saw some of my tweets, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm a peacekeeper, man. I'm all about appreciating, everything, from the little things to the big things. And for me, Reebok has been a great supporter of the UFC. Obviously, our relationship has just started, but that's cool. You know what I mean? And I just feel like not the UFC fighters, but some MMA fighters that are not in the UFC, and some fans who feel as though they have a say in this situation are, in my opinion, disrespectful. You know what I mean? I've spoken to a lot of UFC fighters, and they're also appreciative of Reebok as well. Obviously, our relationship could be better, but we're taking a standpoint of thanking Reebok, appreciating Reebok, and I was one of the fighters to step up and say, thank you guys, not for any perks. I don't care about none of that. It's just a genuine thank you for what you guys have done in terms of the support you've given us and our talent. And because of you, this sport is probably having that exposure. And God willing, we'll be able to have more opportunities to have sponsorships and more sponsorships. You know what I mean? So that was the take that I made. You know what I mean? That was the position that I made, to just be appreciative of all the support systems that us UFC fighters have. So once again, Reebok, thank you.
We just one last question. Jose Aldo's fighting Max Holloway in the main event. Who do you think is going to win, and how and why?
To be honest, wow. It's gonna be a showdown. Jose Aldo's an awesome fighter, and he's a great champion. Obviously, he lost to Conor or whatever. It is what it is. But Max Holloway, on the other hand, he's a beast too. He's a pretty big 145er, and not only that, he went the distance with McGregor. So it's gonna be very interesting to say. So I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm gonna plead the fifth, and I'm just gonna enjoy. I'm gonna go for the whoever wins. But I'll say Max. Max in the air.